is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our predictions and bets for Week 6 in the NFL. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, before we get into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video as it will help us out tremendously. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. All right, Nick, Week 6 is here, and we have a lot to get to tonight. We start off with Thursday Night Football, and looking at the board, Nick, we have 2 less games this week, and that means bye weeks are in play. So, Nick, why don't you get us started? Thursday Night Football, Washington at Chicago. We'll both be asleep for this one, but who do you have winning?
You got that right. I will not be watching this game. I will catch the recap after and just see how bad this game actually was. But I do believe that the Washington Commanders are the better team. They have been performing much better on both sides of the ball. The Chicago Bears, being at home, that crowd's definitely going to play a factor. The Bears will keep it closer than expected, but I believe Carson Wentz will be able to get the job done with Terry McLaurin. That connection is going to absolutely thrive with the lack of a secondary the Chicago Bears are putting out there. I really like the Commanders this Thursday.
Switching over to our Sunday slate, we start off with the New England Patriots taking on the Cleveland Browns, and it's looking like Mac Jones will make his return in this game. So the Patriots should actually be favored in this one, assuming that news comes out. But when you take a look at this matchup, both teams have great defenses and offenses that have been wishy-washy at best. Now, Jacoby Brissett's still quarterbacking the Cleveland Browns because Deshaun Watson, well, he's still in the massage room. So, the New England Patriots have a shot to win this game. I think they go into Cleveland and get it done. I like the Patriots here. I'm taking them at their +2.5 spread. I really like what the Patriots did last week, shutting out the highest scoring offense in the NFL in the Detroit Lions. The Cleveland Browns do not have the offense to match what Mac Jones and company can do, and I'm going to take the Patriots in this one.
Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Jaguars have been on the decline recently. That offense seems to have just gone into the abyss because they are not doing anything. That defense is trying to hold strong, but it's tough when your offense is not holding up their end of the bargain. The Colts, on the other hand, they've been much better than they started the season. Jonathan Taylor didn't play last week, but they still squeaked out a victory over the Denver Broncos on Thursday Night Football. I really like where the Colts are headed. I don't believe in the Jacksonville offense right now, and I think with the Colts being at home, they'll be able to put up way more points than the Jacksonville Jaguars. I will be taking the Colts in this matchup.
Next up, we have the revenge game, the Wink Martindale revenge game. And if you don't know who that is, Wink Martindale used to be the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens and now is the defensive coordinator for Brian Daboll's New York Giants. Nonetheless, the Baltimore Ravens head to MetLife to take on the New York Football Giants. These Giants sitting at 4-1 are no joke. They have been able to figure out the scheme that works best for them. That is riding Saquon Barkley's coattails all the way to W's. This guy has put the team on his back. The defense has definitely held up their end of the bargain, and I put a lot of that on Wink Martindale, dialing up blitzes, getting Kayvon Thibodeau to bat balls down at the line of scrimmage. Lamar Jackson's going to have his hands full in this matchup. This is going to be one hell of a game. I'm super excited about this game. I'm going to take the New York Football Giants to get the victory over the Baltimore Ravens. I think being at home, they have the better defense to really go out and stop the opposing offense. And on top of that, I believe that Saquon Barkley will not be stopped by the Ravens defense. Therefore, I'm taking the Giants in this one.
Next, we have the New York Jets taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Packers suffering that devastating loss to the Giants in London last week, and they're hoping now that they're back in their home stadium, they will be able to get a big victory over the Jets, who had a big game over the Miami Dolphins, putting up 40 points. It's a tough defense to go up against. Zach Wilson looked better in his second game this year. I think that the New York Jets are really going to give the Packers a run for their money, but at the end of the day, I'll take Aaron Rodgers to win this game. But if I'm a betting man, I will be taking the New York Jets spread because I believe that this will be a very close game.
Smart move. And another smart move would be looking at the next matchup, 49ers taking on the Falcons. Honestly, not going to be a close game. I'm taking the 49ers in this one. They are a superior team on both offense and defense. This team is humming on all cylinders with Jimmy Garoppolo under center. They just look more polished and they look like they know what they're doing as opposed to when Trey Lance was under center. I believe that the 49ers are one of the most superior teams in the NFC, and they're going to impose their will on the Atlanta Falcons. Now, do not play with your food. I'm taking the 49ers at -5.5.
Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Steelers have just looked dreadful. Even with Kenny Pickett under center, they are not looking any better. The offense might be getting better passing ability, but it's not doing anything. And with the Buccaneers up, this is a tough team. Tom Brady wants to really prove that he still has it, prove the haters that he can continue to play even past the season if he so chooses to. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the best team to do that against, and I think he's going to take full advantage of it. It's going to be an absolute blowout for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Next up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New Orleans Saints, and the Saints are suffering some major injuries at the wide receiver position right now. Michael Thomas will not be a go for this game. Chris Olave remains in concussion protocol, and we are not sure whether Jarvis Landry will be able to go. With all of those injuries and a lot of question marks surrounding this offense, I have to take the Bengals. I believe that the Bengals are just the most wholesome team right now. They have what it takes to win football games. This is a team that is coming off that Super Bowl loss. They have not really been able to figure out their identity. This could be a get-right game for them. I'm taking the Bengals at their -2 spread.
Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. Miami had a rough week last week, and being at home with Kenny Bridgewater back under center might be a good thing. But the Minnesota Vikings are coming off of a good victory. Justin Jefferson has a really good matchup here, and I think Kirk Cousins is going to continue to play well. The Minnesota Vikings have better upside in this matchup. I don't believe that Teddy Bridgewater will be able to operate very well with the weapons he has. We don't even know if Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill will be playing in this matchup, so it's just not a good sign for the Miami Dolphins with everything going on. I'm going to be taking the Minnesota Vikings to get a good away victory here.
Next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on their division rival Seattle Seahawks. The Arizona Cardinals are one game away from getting DeAndre Hopkins back, and they have to survive this game against the Geno Smith-led Seattle Seahawks, which honestly are looking pretty solid right now. They have been able to put up a fight in every single game that they've lost, and they've won quite a few games already this season. Nonetheless, the Arizona Cardinals know what it's going to take to beat this team. They've seen Pete Carroll's teams before, and I think Kyler Murray is going to put down the controller, really get after the game plan this week, and he's going to get after these Seahawks. I believe that the Cardinals are going to be able to put up a ton of points on the Seattle Seahawks defense. I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals to win this game.
Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Los Angeles Rams, and we all know everything that's going on with the Panthers. No more Matt Rule. Baker Mayfield looks like he might be done pretty soon, and we don't know what pieces are going to be left once the trades start coming in, because the Carolina Panthers seem like they're about to clean house. The Los Angeles Rams are looking for a get-right game, and this is that. They are going to be at home. Big momentum on their side with such an easy matchup. They really need to find their groove here, and they do. We see the spread, how wide it is right now, and I think they're going to cover that and then some. I really like the Rams this week.
Next up, our top game of the day, we have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in what could be an AFC Championship game preview. I believe that the Buffalo Bills are slightly better than the Kansas City Chiefs are right now. When you take a look at these two teams, the Buffalo Bills defense is one of the better defenses in the NFL. On top of that, their offense is humming on all cylinders. Gabe Davis had his breakout performance last week. We saw Khalil Shakir really get involved and into the mix. Kyer Elam, their first round pick, getting his first interception last week. This Buffalo Bills team has their eyes set on the Super Bowl, and they know they're going to have to go through Kansas City, whether it's in Buffalo or at Arrowhead, and this time it is at Arrowhead. They are going to make light work of Patrick Mahomes and company. I have the Buffalo Bills winning this game.
Next up, we have a big Sunday night matchup with the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, two of the best teams in the NFL right now, and this is going to be a really, really good game. or we think so. I think that there might be a big lopsided matchup here. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys are going to absolutely fold when they go and face the Philadelphia defense. In Philadelphia, that crowd is going to play a massive factor, and I believe that the Philadelphia offense is playing so strong, and even that offensive line is going to be able to hold up to that outstanding pass rush the Cowboys are offering. I believe that the Philadelphia Eagles will be absolutely dominating on both sides of the ball, and there will be nothing the Dallas Cowboys can do about it. I will be taking the Philadelphia Eagles in a massive, massive victory.
And in our Monday Night Football matchup, we have two teams that are underperforming so far this season, the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Broncos led by Mr. Unlimited himself, Russell Wilson. This has not been the same Russell Wilson that we saw back when he was in back-to-back Super Bowls. On top of that, Nathaniel Hackett does not know how to make the proper coaching decision. Everything he does, everybody on earth would do the exact opposite. I'm not exactly sure what's going on in Denver, but they need a get-right game, and who better than their division rival Los Angeles Chargers, who brought in Khalil Mack, brought in JC Jackson, brought in Kyle Van Noy, brought in all of these guys to be able to be studs on the defensive side of the ball, and they have not seen that return on investment. In fact, they have been one of the worst defenses in the NFL thus far. It doesn't look like Keenan Allen will be playing in this game. Again, that means we're going to see a lot more Mike Williams, a lot more Gerald Everett and Austin Eckler getting involved. I'm taking the Chargers to win this game. It's in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium. This is going to be a game for the Chargers to really leave their stamp on the division. They need to get right, and this is the game to do it. I'm taking the Chargers in this game.
Yeah, I like the Chargers in this matchup, and I think that with the Broncos playing the way they are, I'll be taking the Los Angeles Chargers at their -5 spread.
All right, well, I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you think is going to happen this weekend. Who do you have winning? Who do you have losing? Let us know in the comments down below. Place your bet slips in the comments down below as well. Love to see the bets you guys are making, so be sure to share those with us. All right, well, that'll be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.